Hey, buddy. So this dog appears to have been hit by a car. It's been out here all night. Thank you so much, you guys, for calling us. We appreciate it. We are going to take this dog to an emergency vet right now. Try to get him tended to. Again, thank you for calling us. We're headed to the vet right now with him.
This is Dog Rescue TV. Come, sit, subscribe, and stay a while.
So was she in the front yard of the house?
She was laying on the curb in the grass between the sidewalk and the street. She laid there, lifted her head up, and went over there and petted her a little bit. She's very calm, gentle girl. She's in quite a bit of pain. Fortunately, she's been out there all night, apparently, and I'm shocked that her body temperature is still good.
Right, and she doesn't appear to be owned by anyone. Nobody in the neighborhood
Well,
knows
there was a
her.
collar on her,
But they didn't
know who she belonged to.
Okay.
Turn right onto 7 Mile East.
And she's very young.
Yeah. Did she have external injuries that you can see?
On the underside, and her right leg here is just really swollen a lot.
And she does have some external injuries. We did see some, bleeding. And
Abrasions underneath here. You can see the abrasion there on her knee. But she's a pretty girl.
She's beautiful, isn't she?
She is beautiful. I'll cover her back up so she stays warm.
She's too warm.
And she certainly likes human touch.
Does she have a chip?
We don't know. We didn't scan her or anything
we didn't
yet.
want to do too much because she was crying when she was being picked up.
Turn right onto Chrysler
Yeah.
Service Drive.
I couldn't tell if it's just from the movement and the trauma she has to her leg or if there's internal injuries.
Perhaps she was hit by a car?
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
We believe. Because we believe we saw some road rash there and stuff,
Yeah.
so that's an indication of probably hit by a car.
Right. Well, being New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
Turn right onto Chrysler Service Drive, then use the left lane to take the I-75 North ramp. Take the
And this happens a lot. We'll be going to try to rescue one dog, and we get another call about another dog, so we prioritize. And obviously, she's a priority because she's severely injured.
Right.
So the other dog that we were trying to rescue has also been clipped by a car, but she's still mobile and moving. So after we're done with this dog, we will go over and try to see what we can do to rescue the dog that was really our target dog today.
Right.
So, or just like the gentleman that contacted us today about this poor girl.
Yeah.
We would never even know about her had they not have contacted us. She would be probably die a very painful, suffering death without people calling us to come help.
Right.
That's actually what makes I think the rescue so successful is that the community essentially has invited us in to do the job that many other, commissioned organizations aren't doing. So it really makes a big difference. There's just so many. And there needs to be some type of policies put in place, enforceable policies, that mandatory spay and neuter for one. That we have actually seen this year a rise in the strays on the streets of Detroit. And
What do you attribute that to?
Procreation, obviously. DAC, they've actually made a good turnaround. They've saved a lot of pit bulls, but unfortunately in the last 3 weeks they had to shut down because of a respiratory infection problem that they had. And they've actually transferred out dogs to rescues, other shelters. They've done a good job, but there's just so much, and you've got to cut off the water flow before you can ever make a big difference. And
Exactly.
The problem is they're not picking up as many dogs.
Right.
We're finding that there's less dogs being picked up in the city by other organizations. So, those dogs are left out to get pregnant or to impregnate another dog, and of course, then the population grows. So, and we don't have a shelter or any paid employees. So, what do we do with all these dogs?
It's amazing how even not just her, but dogs that are in such horrific shape that might be a little fussy when you first pick them up, but as soon as you get them into the truck, get them calmed down, they get that human touch, and I guess they, you know, they feel that kindness or that love that from the human, that they just calm down and just go with the flow after that. Yeah, and it's never the frustration of going out to get the animal. Frustration is the idiocy that is probably of the humans that has caused whatever tragedy is that you're getting ready to go into at that time.
We used to keep them on all the time. Detroit police used to call us a lot at night and stuff, and it's hard because where are we even going to take these animals? You know, at 9 or 10 o'clock at night, we have to have a place to put the animals.
Right. Yeah.
That's part of the problem too.
That's dirty at all. I've been petting her this whole time, and no dirty oil coming off of her. She doesn't stink, other than the blood that you can smell, that coppery, metallic smell.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully we can save her and reunite her to her owners.
Or get her better owners who don't let her run around.
Well, that is the thing, New Year's Eve, right? With
Yeah.
all the fireworks and the gunshots and
Just-
dogs get scared and run.
Yep.
You have to wonder how far away she could have come from.
Right.
And you never know the backstory and how they end up out there.
Right.
Oh, I know, little girl, that hurt, didn't it? Bouncing around.
Here, baby. We're here.
We got an emergency by car.
Oh, okay. Is it a big dog?
No, small puppy, maybe 3 months old.
Staff to the lobby, staff to the lobby.
We got staff to the lobby.
They're coming right up for you. I'm going to give you this house. Can you give that an account?
Run this gurney?
Set them down, yeah?
Okay.
Take them right back and we're gonna get some vital signs started, okay?
Absolutely.
And I know,
PO Box 385.
very going underneath.
So there's probably not a lot on this form that you guys are going to know about the dog, but just try your best. Anything you're unsure of, just give it. Big deal. We'll be right back in for you guys, okay?
Hi, my name's Sasha, I'm one of the technicians. Dr. Sopoliga is taking a look, but what she asked is if we could get some permission for some x-rays. We're a little concerned that these might be old wounds. Did you actually see him get hit or hurt?
Nobody saw her get hit. She was just laying in a pile of like grassy leaves.
Okay. The reason we're concerned that they might be old is that there's extreme swelling in that leg. The wounds look like they could possibly be infected already, which wouldn't happen with an initial trauma, and we also are getting a high temperature.
The witnesses said that they thought she'd been hit last night, but they didn't see her get hit, but they thought, I don't know why, but they thought that she'd been out there all night. So
Okay.
would that be
I still think we'd probably be
days?
She was
old?
warm when I picked her up, and
Yeah.
I expected her to be cold if she'd
Right.
been
If
going
she
into
would hit,
hypothermia or something.
right, we'd be worried about shock.
Sure.
And shock usually decreases their
Yes.
temperature, increased temperature. They look like they're possibly bite wounds.
Oh, okay.
At this point, obviously, we don't know. We do think that front leg is broken. The rear leg on the same side, we're concerned about also. We're not sure. She's very painful on it. We're not feeling any abnormalities in palpating it, but without x-rays, we won't know.
I'll authorize anything you need to do.
And she does have wounds on the other front leg.
Okay.
But so we'll go ahead. We're going to get some x-rays. We'll probably do a chest just to make sure in case she was hit by a car, then we can see what her lungs are doing.
Okay.
All right, so we'll get some x-rays. We're going to give her some pain medication too. Hopefully get her feeling better, and then we'll get back with you guys and let you know what we find.
But we'll authorize anything because we got other calls, of course, today. So we'll go ahead and authorize, or I'll sign anything that needs to be signed for her to get her x-rays, pain medicine, whatever she needs.
Okay.
And then
All right,
we'll
let me
take it
get
off.
all that together so we can get it signed.
Okay,
and
sounds
get
good.
going. She made, this is, pretty broad because we're not really sure yet. But she has on their emergency visit, doing the x-rays, blood work, IV fluids, and 2 days of hospitalization. Normal hospitalization care, injections, blood pressures, doing a culture on that area. And then she put on here a fracture repair anticipating, based upon what we find, that we will have to do a fracture repair on that leg.
Okay.
Whether that be today or a couple days down the road. Miscellaneous would be if we find something else, if we find another fracture, if we do find that this is an abscess. Her concern is if this is an old wound, old infection, and it's this swollen, she may have to lose that limb. But we will know more, obviously, once we get some more things, blood work and x-rays. But I know you guys need to leave, so we just need to have something signed by you guys saying, hey, we're okay to do this. I do need resuscitation orders on her if she were to resuscitate, if you want us to attempt to resuscitate her or do not resuscitate.
Yes, attempt to. So right here, we're looking at, on the low end, $5,300. On the high end, $7,300. So, you know, this is an expensive business to be in, for sure.
Did she have a chip?
No, we scanned her for a chip with 2 different scanners and we're not finding anything. You know, obviously we'll look with x-rays too in case it migrated, but we did a pretty good rundown on her with the
Our
scanner.
vet bills are very expensive. Last year in 2016, we spent $105,000 vetting all the dogs that we pick up. Yes. Our centerline vet just hired a 3rd vet because we can pay their salary with all the injured dogs we bring in. But that's what we expect. You know, many of the dogs that we pick up are severely injured, you know, and so obviously they need expensive vet care to get better, which we're willing to pay as long as we have all of our generous donors helping us.
She is a pretty girl.
We spent in 2016 $105,000 on our vet bills, so this is hard to raise money, you know.
Oh, I understand.
We're beggars.
Look at this sweet dog.
I know.
Okay.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Make sure you subscribe and like the video. It helps us reach more dog lovers.